Hello, I'm Philip Stoten. I'm here at Apex 2018. I'm joined by Bjorn from KIC. Bjorn, always good to see you. Nice to chat.
Likewise.
It's been a pretty vibrant show, lots going on. What have you seen? What's caught your eye this week?
So a lot of optimism, but there were a couple of comments I found very telling, and that was people saying, I'm sick of seeing smart in every second booth, people talking about all this cool technology. What I want to know is, what does it do for me? And I think we haven't done a good enough job of explaining the value this cool technology can provide.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you there, and we've had a lot of discussion today about, and the previous days, about connectivity and these digital building blocks and getting the digital thread going through. And it feels to me we need to stop talking about that. And I said to the guys, we can talk about CFX this week, but let's get that over with. Let's get that as a given and start to think about where we can add value.
Right.
That's important to your customers.
Yes, absolutely. And this industry, it's a low margin industry, so they need to invest wisely. And so I think that one of the exciting areas that we can impact, and a lot of this new technology can impact, is equipment utilization. So in this country and in markets like Europe, equipment or production lines tend to stand still more than they run production. So using data to have the lines change over rapidly, introduce new products rapidly, identify root cause of defects so you can quickly adjust that and bring it back up to production. Things like that will have a very big impact, and people see the value in that technology.
Yeah, and as we go through this stage of this ocean of data that we find ourselves in, I think now we're kind of identifying how everything's connected, and we're moving on from that. We should be able to identify where all the companies exist within the ecosystem. And for me, it's coming back again to what it always was, which is best-in-class domain expertise, that knowledge. And your expertise in thermal processing should be where the value comes and where you're able to add the most value to your customer.
Absolutely. And that's where we want to stay. So up until recently, it's been sub-optimizing. In our case, on reflow and wave solder, we can find the recipe that provides the best process, and we can do it very rapidly. Now we're able to communicate with up and down the line and with MES, so that instead of just sub-optimizing on one product, example placement machines, they've done a great job of finding ways to turn over from one lot to the other. But if that results in the oven sitting for 20 minutes waiting to stabilize on the new temperature, it doesn't help. So instead of sub-optimizing on machines or processes, you look at holistically at the line and maybe across the lines, and you figure out how you can run the production lines with more uptime, consistent quality. And that's really where this data-driven technology will add value.
Yeah, and while we're just collecting data, we're not smart at all. It's when we're doing stuff like that, when we're improving the bottom line of EMS companies or OEMs, that we truly become smart.
Yes, exactly. And so we now are collaborating with a lot of companies, but we're not trying to do dashboards up and down the line. We are always looking at our niche, which is the thermal process, but being able to communicate with AOI companies and MES companies, allow the users to reduce their costs and increase their quality. That's what it comes down to.
It's how they gain the most, and as you say, it's using your domain knowledge and using that domain knowledge to inform the processes you can inform. That's where the value is. Bjorn, great to see you. Thanks for the insight, and we'll talk again soon.
All right, nice to see you.